Warning: please steer clear of this channel if you are here for some great visuals. We only provide what you need to make the change. Put this on and carry on with your personal activities. Now let's begin. Please listen carefully. The moment you take your power back, most people think self-disrespect looks obvious. They imagine a man being insulted in public, being laughed at, being humiliated. But real self-disrespect is quiet. It happens when you say yes when you want to say no, stay in places that drain you, break promises to yourself, seek validation from people who don't value you, tolerate what you know you shouldn't. No one sees it, but you feel it. And every time it happens, your mind makes a note. My word means nothing. Machiavelli never used the phrase self-respect, but he built his entire philosophy on one idea. A man who cannot command himself will always be commanded by others. And that is what self-disrespect really is. Self-betrayal. You don't lose respect in one big moment. You lose it in patterns. Waking up late when you promised you wouldn't. Scrolling instead of working. Texting someone who clearly ignores you. Explaining yourself to people who don't care. Avoiding difficult decisions. Each time, you vote against your future, and slowly, you stop trusting yourself. Here's the brutal truth. Confidence is not built by motivation. It is built by evidence. Evidence that you do what you say, you walk away when necessary, you control your time, you control your emotions, you keep your standards. Without that, your mind knows. And when your mind doesn't trust you, the world won't either. The first way to stop disrespecting yourself: keep one small promise daily, not 10. 1. Because self-respect is not built through intensity. It is built through consistency. Machiavelli called this virtue, the ability to shape your own character through disciplined action. You don't need to fix your whole life. You need to prove to yourself, my word has weight. 2. Stop negotiating with your weakness. Weakness says, start tomorrow. Just this once. You deserve a break. It's not a big deal. And every time you listen, you lower your own status in your own mind. Powerful men don't win because they are perfect. They win because they don't debate with the part of themselves that wants comfort over growth. Decision, action, no discussion. 3. Raise your standards for access. Who gets your time? Who gets your attention? Who gets your energy? Machiavelli understood. Access is power. If everyone can reach you, influence you, drain you, you are not in control of your life. Self-respect begins when not everyone gets a reply, not everyone gets an explanation, not everyone gets your presence. Your life becomes selective, and selectiveness creates value. 4. Fix your body language. Because your body teaches your mind how to feel, the way you walk, the way you sit, the way you speak. If your posture says, I am unsure, I am nervous, I am seeking approval, your mind follows. But when you move with control, you send yourself a different message, I am in command. This is why disciplined physical training transforms more than your body. It rebuilds your identity. 5. Stop seeking external validation for internal decisions. Every time you ask, do you think this is a good idea? Should I do this? What would you do? You are telling your mind, my judgment is not enough. Machiavellian thinking is rooted in self-authority. You gather information, you analyze, you decide, not for approval, but for results. Here is where most people stay stuck. They want self-respect without changing their environment. You cannot respect yourself in places where you are constantly tolerated, constantly ignored, constantly drained. Your environment trains your identity. So sometimes, self-respect is leaving the group, ending the dynamic, walking away from the situation, outgrowing the version of you that stayed too long. Not loudly, not emotionally, strategically. 6. Forgive yourself, but don't excuse yourself. You will fail, you will slip. You will have days where you fall back into old patterns. Self-respect is not, I never make mistakes. It is, I correct them quickly. No shame, no drama, just adjustment. Because the man who can self-correct cannot be controlled for long. Seventh, become comfortable being misunderstood. This is where real power begins. The moment you stop over-explaining, stop people-pleasing, stop performing for approval. Some people will say, "You changed. You're different. You're cold." No, you became structured. Machiavelli warned that trying to be loved by everyone makes you weak, because you start betraying yourself to maintain their image of you. Respect requires separation. Here's the shift that changes everything. You stop asking, "How do I make people respect me?" and start asking, "Am I living in a way that I respect?" Because the world mirrors your internal standard. If you tolerate your own inconsistency, others will too. If you honor your own time, others will too. If you walk away from what diminishes you, others feel it without you saying a word. Self-respect is not loud. It's not arrogance. It's not dominance. It's quiet. It's the ability to sit alone without feeling the need to chase work without needing applause, walk away without needing revenge, improve without announcing it. It's internal stability, and that is the foundation of power. Final truth. Every time you keep your word to yourself, you rebuild trust. Every time you choose growth over comfort, you raise your value. Every time you walk away from what drains you, you take your power back. Machiavelli believed that before a man can rule anything, he must rule himself, not his emotions, not other people, himself. Because the world does not decide your worth, your daily actions do. So the question is no longer, who is disrespecting me? The real question is, where am I abandoning myself? Fix that. And respect stops being something you seek. It becomes something you radiate. And the moment that happens, everything changes. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I really try to bring the best content possible while keeping it compact and meaningful. Thanks for watching and have a happy day.